In the ancient Chinese philosophy, they talk about the power of nothingness. In a lot of modern day teachings, they refer to the chaos to order theory, almost like the calm we witness before the storm. But today, we'd like to switch it around a little to understand that within the chaos, you can find order and you can find peace. What people don't understand is whenever chaos is happening, when we are tuned into the chaos at the time, we experience the chaos, which is not so good. But we have a choice, because if we know the existence of the peace and the order within the chaos, we can also tap into that frequency, and that will set you free. One must first recognize the existence of nothingness, meaning nothingness or space or emptiness is actually something. If we take a net, for example, if we take a net, how is a net formed? Is a net formed with rope? We can say, oh, you just put the rope together and then you have space in between the rope. Or what if we were to think that a net is actually space with rope wrapped around it? Because without the space, it would not be a net. So how can the space be nothing? Have you ever listened to heavy metal rock before? When you hear heavy metal rock, the music, and some people will listen to it and say, oh, this is driving me crazy, I'm getting a headache from just listening to this thing. But why is it that some people, they can listen to it and almost go into a trance, become joyful, become blissful? In that moment, they get lost in that moment. In the same way, we need to understand a piece of music. Is a piece of music a series of notes, a series of keys? Or is it a series of blanks, the space in between the keys? Because if we didn't have the space in between the keys, or there was no pause at all, it would just be one constant, which then the music would be lost. So what is all of this bringing our consciousness to? It's bringing our consciousness to realize that when things are happening, things can only happen when there is a nothing in between. And there are multiple nothings in between. The biggest problem is a lot of people, when they are stood, let's say in the streets of India, I remember traveling out there with the horns going non-stop, and some people will say, whoa, this is crazy, this is too much. But there's a practice you can do right in the center of the busiest street, where horns are going, cars are going, everything is going, people are chattering, to be able to tune in to the blanks in between all of the chaos. People often say this is all a load of nonsense. How can nothing be something? And I say, how is it possible that somebody next to you can be speaking to you, saying, hey, 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 and then after a minute, you turn around and you say, oh, sorry, I didn't notice you were there. So where were you? While the noise was happening, you were in the power of nothingness. People often say, that's really tough. How can I get into that when everything's going on right now? Actually, it's very simple. It all starts with breath. The moment we tune into breath, we bring our presence, our attention here now into this moment. Into this moment, we almost hear the sound of the bliss, the sound of the peace, the emptiness, which becomes so loud. And we tap into that frequency. Once you understand how to tap into that frequency, you will forever be set free in peace.